Well, hello there, my little darlings, and welcome back to another little episode of Warframes 1999 to be precise. And today we are looking at one of the new Herx mission types. It's Hell Scrub. It's basically a survival. I want to call it Hella Scrub because I'm childish, and I've been really enjoying it. Now, I looked on the wiki for more details to give to you, but I haven't actually put anything on there yet. So I'm guessing the boffins are working out all the deets as we speak. Now, I'm just going to take you through the basics and what I've discovered and some little things that you can look for. They are quite tricky. I've been doing them solo just to get the measure of them, and I'll be honest with you, I am freaking loving this whole new Warframe 1999. Obviously, there are spoilers within. If you haven't got to this point, don't watch any further until you've done that 1999 quest. And please don't forget to like, comment and or sub if you can, and I'll appreciate it. So first things first, I'm by no means the expert, so I'm just going to share with you my experiences, and then we can meet up in the comments and clarify a few things on my Discord if you'd like. But you can access these Hell Scrub missions, Old Kondaruk, and also, I believe, is it Mishta Ramparts, which is to the right there, from your POM PC. And you can access your POM PC from your backrooms, from your Orbiter if you decided to stay there, or if you go out into Holvania Mall, you can fast travel to the Garage POM PC and choose it there. You can also choose them as bounties if they're available and earn chemistry with a Herx syndicate member standing that it might be linked to. More on that later. Okay, so this is essentially, like I said, a survival mission with a few other things going on, which we're going to cover in other videos, i.e. picking up the Herx stuff to exchange for syndicate. And also there's a safe, a tech rot safe. We'll have a look at that in a totally separate video, so don't panic, I'm going to show you it. But as you can see, this A diamond shape is the survival pod. Now, it was red because it was being overtaken by these blue tech rot infested nodules, and I believe if it turns fully red and becomes completely infested, you essentially can't use that survival pod anymore, and it transforms into something else, which I will show you later because I captured it on camera. I was recording and it popped into, I didn't realize it, of course. I kept running off and either using them or abandoning them and not coming back to them, but it turned out, I think something pops out of them, and I don't know if something may drop from these enemies that it creates. The other thing I noticed is I was having to pop them a lot more, so I personally was not getting a huge amount of the AirPods dropping from the enemy, so I don't know if anybody's noticed that, but I was having to use them a lot more. Now, I just wanted to talk briefly about going to the garage and also the bounties. So the bounties board is in the garage at the Holvania Mall, and as you can see, bounties are linked to the Herx members, which we'll go over in a totally separate video, but you can earn standing and also chemistry. So it turned out that the Hell Scrub bounty was linked to our beloved Arthur, and these were the reward pools. So I thought, oh yeah, we'll do a Hell Scrub bounty with Arthur in tow. Before we get into anything else, that animation there with that bike, and obviously there is the other sort of load-in screen that replaces the Orbiter when you're with the squad on your bikes. Oh my god, I literally can't get enough of it. Now, I don't know if you guys use headsets or have good headsets, but I highly recommend turning your sound effects up, turning the music down, turning everything else down, the master volume up, and just listen to that bike roaring in your ear holes. Honestly, it's amazing. And as you can see, I'm adept with it now. I didn't fast forward roll off it by accident or anything. Anyway, I thought I'd hate the atomic cycles, but I don't know, there's something really freaking satisfying about them, and I generally am loving the whole Herx vibe, the Holvania vibe, the new enemies. I really am enjoying it. It's kind of all I want to play at the moment. However, there is a however, and it's just a small however. I felt immediately on solo on this I had to frickin' babysit this goddamn survival pod because the blue tech rot infestation kept threatening to take it over, and I was like, can I leave it? Am I good? Have I got enough pods dropping from the enemies? It didn't feel like I did. So I'm still working out, especially on solo, whether I should just pop the goddamn thing and leave it, because obviously we're under 70% right now, so I almost feel like they've balanced it this way on purpose so that you will feel like you can pop it and move on, because who wants to do a mobile defense on a survival pod? Not I, only because I'm a loot goblin and I require my happiness to come from the loot goblination, you know? Like, how can I loot goblin if I'm just literally babysitting this god dang it thing? So that immediately annoyed me. It irked me. And as you can see, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, they are all named as A. So basically there is a rotation, isn't there, for drops of goodies. So rotation A, B, C. But I believe it either goes A, B, C or A, B, C, 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 C. Let me know in the comments, I can't quite remember. And obviously I wikied the new Hella Scrub missions, and it didn't really say anything. So after, playing a few of these solo, I was basically going off my Warframe knowledge and my gamer instincts. That's it. So for those of, those players that aren't that experienced at Warframe and they've just got to this point and they're like, what am I doing? They might be struggling a little bit with just balancing out those survival pods, whether you should use them and then move on with your life, or whether you should just let them become something other. So I'm just going to show you what I believe one of them turned into. I went to a public bounty squad, I believe, and it felt like I was babysitter and everyone else got to run off and have fun and I got left behind. Now, I don't have FOMO per se, but I like to go off and rummage. This is why I did them solo, so I could do that. And if I failed the mission, I wasn't, upsetting anyone. If I was doing the wrong thing, it wouldn't irk the members of the public, as I was like, derping around like a sweet little derpy Warframe. So I'm going to show you the public squad and we'll just talk through that a moment. And I just want to say there are, like I said, there are other things in these missions and I'm going to do separate little mini videos of those things so we can all stay on track. I just want to talk about the Hella Scrub missions. I know, I'm so irritating. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. So we fast forwarded and we're now in a public squad and I have Arthur with me. So I don't know if I was the host of this squad. Does the host get the person that's linked to the bounty with them? Because I'm okay with it. I love Arthur. Anywaysicals, so I also don't know because I haven't watched anyone else's videos. I like to just be unblemished and untouched and uninfluenced by other Warframe content creators if I can. So I don't actually know. What the hell is this thing? What is this? Did this just spawn in for another reason that I don't know of? Or is this a product of allowing one of our survival pods to be taken over? Like, what was that all about, that Babas thing? And if you want its official name, is a Techrot Babau. Babau Eximus. But the thing that made me curious is that it had like a red marker on it. Now, I don't believe any of us had marked it up, so I don't really know what it was linked to. My suspicion was that it was linked to one of our survival pods. But I could be wrong. It could have been something else in this mission that we triggered or one of my squad mates triggered or did that I just am not aware of. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, there are a lot of things to collect in these missions, as you can see. So I wouldn't suggest doing the Hella Scrubs to do that. The Hell Scrubs coffee. I just want to call them Hella Scrubs. Let me call them Hella Scrubs. I would suggest doing the Exterminates or something else. We'll go over them in separate videos, like I said. I just wanted to show you the basics of the survival. So, like, don't let the blue tech rot nodules take over your survival pod if your survivability is low. Just pop them and use them. I guess that's what they're pushing us to do. And I shall link the wiki page that's in progress down below so that you can at least see the reward tiers, but people are saying those reward tier informations are not quite correct yet. But, it gives you an idea of how long to stay in for because of that ABC rotation and what may potentially drop when you get to that rotation. So those missions are going to get exponentially more difficult as the longer you stay in, I suppose. But if you're in a squad that knows what they're doing, then I'm sure it'll be delightful. That being said, you are more than welcome to head over to the Discord. It's growing nicely. Lots of people at varying stages of the game. Not everybody's reached the 1999 content yet. I understand that. But I also want to say thank you to my YouTube members that you will have seen are popping in and out of the screen here. My Fearless and Wolf Barbarians, my darlings that are supporting me and my YouTube channel and just generally being awesome. And we don't just play Warframe over on the Discord, we play all sorts of things. And as you can see, there's a visual glitch when you use the Gemini emote and go back. I think it's my sigil markings that I had on my original Vault skin appeared back on a mirror, but when I went into my arsenal and came back out, they disappeared. So it's a tiny little bug. I may report it. We'll see. Anyway, my darlings, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helps you in some way. It's very basic, I know. Don't come for me in the comments. I'm learning the same as everyone else, and I just wanted to share my teeny tiny bit of knowledge and information. And like I said, I'm going to go into more details in other videos, and I'll do a whole 1999 series. Anyway, loving the back rooms. Oh my god, I love it here. I literally love it. Ignore the light. It was wonky. I was fiddling around with it. And I forgot to straighten it back up. Did you spot it? Did you though? Don't rewind. Anyway, my darlings. Love you, bye. Thank you for being here. I really do hope to see you again in the next one. No, I don't want to leave. But in the meantime, you take care now. And goodbye.